Another concern that Afghanistan is facing right now is the crumbling economy, especially due to the pandemic, due to other factors. Most of the governments don't want to economically engage with Afghanistan, barring a very, very few minority countries for that matter. And most of them are giving aid that in passing, it's not reaching them properly. So this has enabled a human a crisis, so to speak, in Afghanistan. Uh, with the majority of the revenue coming from international donors, how do you think this will perhaps influence the Taliban government's approach to international relations right now? And how do you think this has created a severe crisis in Afghanistan, especially to the common civilian who needs his food and water on time?
Yeah, I mean, it has really hurt. The economy. The UN estimates that 90% of the population is going to be plunged into severe poverty, and it's hitting the country in different ways than other other episodes in the past. So what's happened is that officials, government officials, in urban areas don't have access to salary. There's a liquidity crisis. The foreign currency reserves have been frozen. There's been inflation as a result of this. The currency's lost its value. The United States has now said that it's going to take the country's $7 billion in foreign reserves that are held in New York, hold half of this to give this to victims of 9/11. There's a lawsuit against these the currency, these reserves, and then take another half of it and distribute it through humanitarian aid, create a trust fund. Well, that decision is going to decimate the country's economy because it's going to ensure that the Afghani, the Afghan currency, loses all of its value. And so without sort of a central backing in the central bank, the country is going to lose its value. The currency is going to lose its value. And that's really going to hurt commerce. It's going to hurt trade. That's going to hurt the average person even more than they've been hurt now. And so you compound this with the fact that government workers haven't received salaries. And these people in urban areas are much more susceptible they're not as able to withstand the crises. They're less resilient. This is the phrase. They're less resilient to these crises because those in rural areas can grow food. They're used to these kinds of crises. They've endured them in the past. They live in maybe subsistence economies, but those in urban areas don't have those kinds of choices. So it's going to be very, very hard. And I don't see this easing up in the months to come.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.